Jin's flight took off from Incheon today, and somewhere out there, fans are down 100 grand chasing the same tour he's flying toward. If you're just joining us, Arirang demand has been the pressure point for this comeback. Bulacan sold out its first 2 nights, then added a third after fans pushed for it. Jakarta got another show too, so the itinerary is now 88 concerts. And at this point, ticket access has moved from sales footnote to part of the story.
This is BTS Daily. Jin turning a terminal into a Moon Palace concept, Jimin opening up in Rolling Stone, and a scam that shows how dangerous wanting this badly can get.
Madrid is on the 26th. Let's start with Jin actually getting on the plane. From Lim Song-kyun at STARNEWS.
BTS member Jin is departing through Incheon International Airport on the morning of the 23rd for the BTS World Tour ARIRANG European Tour schedule. BTS is scheduled to continue performances in 5 countries, starting with a concert in Madrid, Spain on the 26th, and concluding with a Paris performance on July 18th.
Okay, Jin walked through Incheon this morning and they captioned the photos, "Greeting from the Moon Palace." He turns an airport terminal into a whole concept. That's so Jin.
And this is the moment the European leg becomes real. Wheels up to Madrid for the 26th, not just another press release. 5 countries, wrapping in Paris on July 18th, per STARNEWS.
Madrid in days, Liz. Days. We've been saying Europe's coming, and now there's a man at a gate with a boarding pass.
I like sitting with this one for a second. After a week of stadium numbers and queue sizes, it comes down to 1 member, 1 terminal, 1 departure. The story just got a face on it. Tanmay Puri, writing in IBTimes UK.
With demand for tickets running far beyond supply, scammers have seized on the frenzy surrounding the ARIRANG World Tour, duping fans out of more than $100,000, roughly £74,000, across the region.
Over $100,000. Gone. Fans in Jakarta, Bangkok, Manila. People who saved for years to see this group, and scammers cleaned them out.
And it's the same frenzy we keep marveling at, just turned to its ugly side. The sellouts and the resale desperation are now feeding 6-figure scam losses, per IBTimes UK.
And look at the pattern. Fake queue help, fake VIP packages, discounted tickets through social media, money transfers. Then the account goes silent. These scammers read the same demand headlines we do, Liz.
Which is why I want to be careful here. These are 5 markets: Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, and the Philippines. What ties them together is fans who couldn't get in through official channels. If a deal lives only in someone's DMs, that's the red flag.
One of the victims is 26, from Jakarta. For them, that could be a whole year of saving.
From Brian Hyatt at Rolling Stone.
I think I learned to be less afraid with my songwriting. Thanks to that experience, when I got to work on this new group album, not that I did a great job or anything, but I wasn't afraid to ask questions, and I did my best to keep trying.
Okay, this is the one I've been waiting all week to get into. Rolling Stone's May cover package. Jimin sits down with Brian Hyatt in Seoul and just opens up about being surprised by how big his solo stuff got.
And it's the first time this week we're hearing a member's own voice on how the solo era actually felt from the inside. It's Jimin, in his own words, not filtered through a label statement or rumor cycle.
And the part that got me, he says the BTS members were his biggest vocal influence. Going all the way back to trainee days, they're the ones who told him he had a great voice.
Which reframes the whole solo versus group thing. The confidence he built going into ARIRANG, he traces it straight back to the 7 of them. His solo success is feeding the reunion instead of pulling him away from it.
And there's this line about, "They don't know about us." The original lyric was, "You make me weak," aimed at ARMY. Like, you treat us so well we stop growing. That is such a Jimin thing to wrestle with.
If you track K-pop with receipts, try NewJeans' Daily Podcast, a bunny's briefing on Minji, Hani, Danielle, Herin, and Haein with Comeback Watch, Adore/Hybe updates, music signals, and K-pop news. Find it wherever you listen to podcasts. What we're watching next. BTS's European ARIRANG leg begins in Madrid on June 26th, with the run scheduled to wrap in Paris on July 18th. As always, links to every story we talked about today are waiting in the show notes, so if something caught your ear, you can head there and read it straight from the source. That's BTS Daily Podcast for today. This is a Lantern Podcast.